Amazing Rocky having his first start since the 23rd of November. He carries an extra £5 after that win, and he has had a trial since. Fabulous 8 comes up with a wide draw again. Juno Flash has his best draw in what will be start number 4 this week. Circuit 7 carries £14 less with Angus Chung's claim. Regency Star first up has had the 3 trials. Pachisi having his first start has had the 3 trials. One for all certainly on the improve, and Universal Crown right down the bottom has his best form in Class 5. He's actually eligible for the top of Class 5, but going around with the lightweight. 1,000 metres here, Tom. Speed good, and we've got Amazing Rocky going forward. The other horse that likes to lead is Circuit 7, but his starts have been certainly not as fast as they used to be.
Yeah, well, he stumbled a couple of runs ago, Mark, and then he got squeezed up last time out and got a long way back, but he was still able to run on it to the end. But Amazing Rocky certainly likes to lead. Sergeant Pepper has drawn it nicely this time round. Paul and Barry, number 3. Modest Gentleman, who's got no form to speak of. He was actually a bit closer last time out, and this time round he's got Barry at 2 compared to 12.
Yeah, so he might try and sort of get into a trailing position or something. Yeah, Circuit 7 could get across, but he might just have to work. I thought Juno Flash will get a perfect run. Fairbow won't be too far away, and One for All should get a nice run.
He was quite heady last start, Fairbow.
Yeah, he was.
All right, so perhaps he might just push up there. We can find out from the man that puts all of the polish on Fairbow, because Tom spoke to Pierrong this morning.
Pierre, Fairbow picked up a win last start, the first for your stable. How did you rate the winning performance? Because he'd been pretty consistent prior.
Yes, he's been pretty consistent after the break, after his surgery as well. He's just performing better and better. And last time was quite surprised that he got into the front, and he still continues on because he usually chases horse from behind the pace. So I was quite happy with his last time performance and looking forward to this performance as well.
You threw a set of blinkers at him first up this season, and they've kept him on. What was sort of the theory behind that, and do you think they've worked?
I think he used to run at 1,200 metres, and so when I dropped him down back to 1,000, I just need the blinkers to keep his pace on. So it did really help.
Is he purely a Happy Valley 1,000 metre horse, or does he have a few more strings to his bow than just that?
I think at this moment he showed me that he's the best is 1,000, but later on we'll try something else.
He's only got an extra £2 to carry Wednesday night. Is that going to be a concern at all?
Not at all.
Another winner over the weekend for you, taking your tally to 19 for the season with the Happy Fat Cat, very consistent on the placings as well. Could you ever have dreamt in your rookie season that you would have got off to a start like this?
I'll be always looking for higher performance, to be honest. But I try to meet my standard, but it hasn't been yet, so I have to keep fighting.
Must be high standards. 19 wins is a damn good start, Tom.
It certainly is. All credit to him, though. He's done a fantastic job, but he's obviously got the benchmark pretty high, Paul.
He has, hasn't he? He's had some good horses, but they've produced, and some of the lesser ones coming through have produced as well.
It's a shame the stable lost Lucky Patch as well going into International Week.
Absolutely. He's done a great job, has Pierre. We move on to our first replay, and we've got Circuit 7 here, Paul. This is going back to November because this is the last run for Amazing Rocky. He beat home Circuit 7, Fairbow, Fabulous 8 and Modest Gentleman here.
Yes, Amazing Rocky's won off 54, 55. He has to do it off a rating of 60, so he's going to put in a career best type performance. But he's drawn nicely in barrier number 1, and he did win well here. Circuit 7, look, I can't put him in because he's just a little bit dodgy at the start.
Yeah, he certainly has been recently. I think he had a genuine excuse last time out because he got cleaned up at the start. I do worry about Amazing Rocky. He's a big price in the market, though, but £135 this time round does concern me a little, even though he's got barrier 1.
He has had a trial, Tom, and it was up at Chungfa. Here it is. He runs second. It's over the 1,200 metres. And there he is on the inside. In fact, this might be a 1,000-metre back straight trial here.
Yeah, so he's up on the pace here. I think the horse next to him is Plenty, who's also going around on the card, but hasn't done a lot in that one run. He tanked along pretty well up on the pace here, and he was just headed over the final stages. So the trial wasn't too bad. I thought he's got Hugh Bowman on board. Hugh's riding exceptionally well at the present, but yeah, it was just the the weight, and he is just a two-time winner from his 19 starts, Paul. There were a couple of things that just worried me a little.
No, I agree with you totally. I put him in on a very minor line, on a fourth line, Amazing Rocky, just because of purely that draw, and he's going to be in the right place.
All right, Benno Young trained Simpu Bowman, who was on Juno Flash last time, switches across to Amazing Rocky. Does race pretty well fresh too. 4 starts for 4 placings as they go to the post down the back straight at Chung Fa. We head to a while ago now, Paul. He's had 3 starts after this Sergeant Pepper, but he does struggle in Class 3. This is his last outing in Class 4.
Yeah, and look, he can race well here in Class 4. He's drawn nicely, barrier number 3 with Karis aboard. So look, he's going to put himself into the race as well, and this is the right distance from the 1,000 metres. Again, I think it's quite a tough field. He's got to carry 134 himself, so he didn't quite make it.
No, he doesn't make it in for me either. I know he has one course and distance and he is back in grade, but he's only a one-time winner from 19 starts. He hasn't really built up a real consistent profile as yet.
Pachisi is one of the first starters at the meeting. Tom, he has had the 3 trials, the most recent of them around Happy Valley, behind Nervous Witness, and Vincent Ho rides for Jamie Richards.
Yeah, look, he was a little bit slow away in his last trial, but he'd mustered some earlier speed after that to go and settle into 4th placing. I thought he stayed on okay in this barrier trial. He trialled up in New Zealand 3 times at Ellerslie, Ruakaka and Taupo with Chad Ormsby, and he did win a trial 2-back, Paul, over Flying High, who ran 2nd, and he's been racing well.
He's only 992 pounds. He's only a little chap, so he's well placed, I think, here at Happy Valley. And Pachisi, if you're wondering, is the national board game of India. It's a game like Ludo.
Is it? You've done your research.
You're an encyclopedia.
So, did the board game get in?
He got in. I put him in on a minor line here. I'm going to go with Janu Flash though. Look, we saw him in that interview. Janu Flash flashing home there for 2nd. I think he's ready to win from barrier number 5. Fairbow, who did beat him last time, I think that can be the same. Quinella, Pachisi in there for 3rd, and Amazing Rocky on a very minor line. 4, 7, 8 and 1.
Yeah, I do like Janu Flash in this race as well. Ran a good ran a good race, I thought, last time out behind Fairbow, and rallied strongly wider after having a wide passage in transit. So he's on top. And I throw in Regency Star. He's one of 48 and 52. He's never gone too well first up. He's had surgery for an epiglottic entrapment, and he ran 3rd in a trial behind Excellent Fighter, and we know what Excellent Fighter did on debut. I didn't mind Regency Star in a few runs last season. Fairbow goes in, and Pachisi as well, the 3-year-old by Per Encanto. 4, 6, 7 and 8.